Hi, my name is Lakeisha from the Lakeisha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the word LAKESHA and then search to install and download the Lakeisha Alert app to stay up to date on my new superior features. Subscribe to my YouTube page by opening up your app and clicking menu. Click on the About Us tab. Try to get familiar with my software and also teach it to your loved ones. And get your household familiar with my information. It will be useful in the future. You're welcome in advance. Hi, my name is Lakeisha from the Lakeisha Network.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Hello. Yeah, hold on 1 second. 1 second. We live right now. So peace, everybody. Welcome in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about. I got a little spontaneous call from one of my clients and somebody I work with in Ghana, and he just happened to call me, and so I figured and what we gonna do is we gonna go ahead and talk live. So he's actually in Ghana right now. You know what I'm saying? And he's actually of Akan. You know what I'm saying? So it is probably best, to talk to somebody about Akan culture. That's somebody who actually lives it. He's a Ghanaian before he's in, anything else. And so we got him on the phone. And yeah, you want to start off first. I know him by Michael. That's his American name. But you want to start off first, Mike, by giving us your
Yeah, my name is Michael Alote, but my local name is Kwesi. Kwesi Kakraba. Kakraba means there was elderly person before me, so Kwesi is smaller. So my elder brother is called Pei, and then I'm the junior one called Kakraba. So Kwesi Kakraba is my local name, a Ghanaian name, and an Akan name. Yes, so I'm an Akan and I've been Akan all my life, but my dad was on a different tribe called Akan, not called Ghana. Those are in the Greater Accra region, the capital of Ghana. Those tribes, they are called the Ghana people in the coastal areas. The Akans too, we have some in the coastal areas, and then we have some in the hinterland, whereby it's landlocked, where they don't have any sea or ocean around them. But where I come from, we are Akan people are the same, but also we have sea and on where I come from. So if anybody has any question about the Akan tribe, well, I'll be willing to try my best to explain. I'm not that old enough to know much deep about the Akan language or Akan tribe, but I know a little bit that I can, help anybody that wants to know much about the Akan tribe. Yes.
Okay, so first question I want to ask is the word Akan, is that a Ghanaian language? Is that original, or is that was something gave by the British? Because I believe you told me that the British conquered there. Um, Correct? The British conquered there. So is that British or is that original uh language, Aboriginal language?
That Akan name, anything that is not what do you call it, English kind of word. It's a typical Ghanaian word. So Akan is a typical Ghanaian word, which comprises about five regions. Over there in the United States, they call it state, 5 states. In Ghana, before we used to have only 10 states or 10 regions. Now, just this year, the government added another 6 states, divided some of the states or the regions into 6. So adding 6 to the 10 original states. So now we have, United States started with what, 13 states, and then now they have like what, 50. So
Right.
Ghana, we used to have 10. Used to have 10, and now we have what we call it 16. So
16.
when we divide it, 16, 1 6,
Okay.
they've added 6 more states. So the Akan tribe is the largest. If I can count the regions or the states of the Akan tribe, to probably about 8 or 9. and the rest, divided into other tribal, what do you call it, states. So Akan is the largest. So if you come to Ghana, most of the people in Ghana speak the Akan tribe. Even though we have different tribes, the Akan is the most common spoken language in the country.
Okay.
It's not official. The official language is English. I don't know why they haven't changed it yet, but the official language in Ghana is English.
It's
But
English.
we have it's English.
Okay.
Yes.
So
we
so
have-
what does Akan mean? What does it actually mean? The name in the Ghanaian language.
That one I'm not that deep about it, but what I know is that Akan people came to settle in Ghana first before the other tribes came. So where the originality of the word Akan, I am not that well versed with that language, and like I said, I don't want to misinform people.
Right.
About things that are not what it's supposed to be. So I can, say a little bit of what I know about that country, being one of them. But deep down, going back to 400, 500 years about how the Akan language, was formed or became the word Akan, I have to do a little research to inform those who want to know
Okay.
about,
Now,
the Akan.
now you did say there was lots of tribes in Ghana, and so other than language, how do you identify the different tribes in Ghana?
Well, we do that by the tribal names. We do that by tribal names. The Akans have their names, which is very common to Akan tribe. And another tribe, to call it the Gan tribe, those in the capital city of Accra, they also have another tribe, and you can identify them by their names.
By their name.
And we have by their names, and we have the Northness, which most of them are the Muslims or Islamic people, and they also you can identify them by their names. And the Northerners also they have tribal marks on their cheeks. I don't know if you see some Africans that they mark their cheeks.
Yeah.
It's also a form of identification
Tribe.
where you can tell that okay, this is from this tribe.
So
This is my
so,
bag.
so when people say Akan tribe, is there another breakdown of Akan tribe, like the Eastern tribe, the Western tribe, or is it just all Akan tribe?
No, it's all a country, but they have, like spread out. You see where we have the East Coast, where we have Boston, Massachusetts, we have New York, we have Rhode Island, and we have what we call it, Maine and stuff in the East.
Right.
Yeah, when you come down south, mostly it's all our tribes on the south. With the exception of one tribe called the Gan people, which is the people of the capital city, and so there's another tribe that they took it from the Togolese. Togo is another country, but our former president took some land from that tribe, which is now part of Ghana. They also different tribes, but the Akan tribes, you have a lot of them when you come down south.
Okay.
Like
So so
yeah.
basically you're saying like if you're a Khan, you would be a certain type of a Khan. You would be like a southern, maybe like an eastern, or something
Yeah,
of that nature.
yeah, and sometimes like how you can tell somebody from the south by his accent. You can also do the same thing too when it comes to the Akan tribe. You can tell that okay, this is an Akan, but maybe from Massachusetts or from Maine. You can use the accent to also identify which part of Akan tribe that person is coming from. But at the end of the day, we can consider all of them Akans.
Right, they all are Khans. They just got a different variation.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's actually new to me. I never heard nobody talk about that before. Also, I wanted to know when it comes to let's say production or skills. Do certain tribes other than their names and their I don't know if the clothes other than their names, can you tell which tribe a person's in by their skill set or their profession? Do certain
Yeah,
tribes have different certain professions that they all
yeah,
bring
that's the
to
thing.
Ghana?
Yeah, they do. They do. When you come down to the south, that kind tribe, let's say about 6 or 7 states or 7 regions, they all have different skills. So when you go to like maybe Massachusetts, they are very good in education, where most of the people in that state, go to school. They have one of the best, education system over there.
Right.
So when you come down to the south, where about 6 or 7 states, we have one. I'm sure you've heard about Ashanti tribe.
Ashanti?
The Ashanti, yeah, Ashanti tribe is also common. It's also common in what they call in Ghana, where they fought the white people and kicked the white people out of their land. They are very good in farming and also business type of people. They're very enterprising, they're hardworking. So those are the Ashanti tribe. And when you come down to the eastern side of the Akan tribe, they are dedicated people. They go to school, they have doctors and engineers. Those days, but now, because of what they call intermarriages and mix of what we call it culture and marriages and stuff. Now it's hard to even tell who's an Akan. You see how the black Americans now marry white people and then they have mixed breed or mixed kids. Now it's also going down here whereby the Fantis are marrying other tribes. So it's all mixed, but before, okay, up to now, it's still there, but eventually with our marriages, intermarriages and stuff, it's kind of like fading away a little bit. But when it comes to the eastern side of Akan, they educated, they go to school, and the Ashanti tribe, they like farming, they like business, they are hardworking, they are enterprising. So those are the little differences. When you come down to Ghana, when you stay here for a little bit, you can tell the difference.
Right.
So yes, that's what we have here. But the other region besides Akan, even the Ashanti region is also part of the Akan language. Even though they are very dominant in the Akan tribe, the Ashanti people are very dominant in the Akan tribe, but they're all in the Akan group or the
Right, brother.
Akan.
Now, I also want to talk about what is the religion of the. Now, this was important. What is the religion of the Akan? The traditional religion of the Rakan, tribe
Yeah,
that you
before
know
the
of.
white man came, they brought a ship to the coastal areas to practice in slave trade. We have our forefathers, we call them forefathers, but over there they call it great grandfathers or fathers. The black people were worshiping God, but they were not using the Bible and they didn't know anything about Jesus Christ. All they know is God. They have only one God that they pray to. Until the white man came with the Bible, to tell us that hey, God gave us his only son, Jesus Christ, to come and die for us and blah blah blah. But before then, our grandfathers or our forefathers, they had a God that they served to, which is Almighty God. And they pour libation. Anytime they want to pray to God, you see them pouring libation, they put some little water on the ground or they put a little snap or alcohol on the ground. That's how they used to pray to their God. Until recently now, Ghanaian culture in terms of worshiping God is changing because everybody's adopting the white culture of using
So
the
they're
Bible
so
and
they're
using
Christians.
Jesus. You're the Christians now. You all become Christians. The whole country is transforming to a Christian religion. But before the white man came, they were serving God, but not using the Bible.
So okay,
Yeah,
now the African Americans, the one the
yeah,
so-called African Americans. Now,
yeah.
if they want to come a con, how do they do that?
hmm
How can they do that?
Well, it's going to be difficult to tell, but this
No, no,
day
I'm
and
saying
age,
like if you have somebody, let's just pick. You have somebody in the audience, and they say, "Well, I want to be a part of the Akan tribe," or I believe I'm
no,
from
no,
the
no, no,
Akan
no,
tribe.
no.
Can they be a Akan tribe? Just can they get in there? Or
Well, you can, like I was about to say that, because of this family tree of technology that you can go back and look at which tribe or which country it came from, but you can just come to Ghana and then, if you know the day that you were born, if you were born on Monday, they have a name for you. If you are born on Tuesday, I was born on Sunday, that's why I'm called Gracie. Kewis. That's why I am born on Sunday. The Monday people they have a name, the women have a name, the men have a name. If you're born on Tuesday, you have a name besides your family name or your dad's name. You have a local name that they give it to you,
so
and it's free.
there's no paperwork or it don't cost any money. You just
No, 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 it doesn't cost any money. It
so
doesn't
so
cost. It
basically so
costs
basically you can make me a Akan right now just by giving me a name.
exactly. If you want the if you just want if you want a local name, the day that you were born, give it to me, maybe Monday or Tuesday, and I can tell you the day. I can tell you the name.
Wow,
Which
wow.
day were you born? Which day do you know the
Well,
exact day
the
you were
reason why
born?
I asked that, because here, in the so-called African American culture,
Uh-huh.
Akan tribes and African tribes are like, they like a money making thing. Like people sell this information to uh what you would call a black American. You know what I'm saying? I would call it an aboriginal, American. But the people you call black Americans, people take the information like you just told me, and they like, sort of like, sell it to African Americans and stuff like that. And so that's why I was
No,
asking
no,
that.
no,
And I don't mean like
no,
literally with money, but it's kind of weird way. But you say, where were you educated? You was educated here in America or back in Ghana?
You
Yeah.
mean me in the where I was educated?
Yes.
Yeah, I was educated here. I went to university here, and then I came to United States. I've been there for over 20 years. So I went to college in Minnesota.
Right.
But
Right. Yeah.
yeah, I went to a college or university. Yeah, Kwame Nkrumah. I don't know if you heard about Kwame Nkrumah.
Uh,
He opened.
I heard of
Yeah,
something.
he's our first Ghana first president. He was trying to unite all African leaders so that we become one African country. He tried his best, but unfortunately, it was the previous government had a coup in Africa. When we have a coup, you overthrow the president's
Right.
government, the president. That's what happened, and they overthrew him. But he was trying his best to unite all Africans for us to be one. So that we can have our currency, we can have one language. But
Didn't work out.
some
So
the white people know that when we become one, will be forceful or formidable for them to break us. So they were trying to break us so that we don't become one.
okay, now hold on. Anybody in the chat got any questions, real quick? Now, now you got kids here in America. Your kids was born here in America, right?
Yes.
Do you consider them African Americans, or do you consider them, Ghanaians, or
I,
what do you consider them?
I consider them Ghanaians. I consider them Ghanaians. But the sad truth is, if I don't bring them right now, they are very young, and I wait till they finish college over there in America. To bring them here is going to be very difficult because they have no bond. Even though they have maybe uncles or cousins in here, the conditions here when they come is going to be very difficult for them to adapt to the African culture or this African, what do you call it, lifestyle. So I consider them Ghanaians, but with time, as time passes by, maybe 10, 15 years, they will consider themselves African Americans. So that's why some of them that their parents went there very early in the 60s and 70s, they have their kids and grandkids and great great grandkids, and now they call themselves African American. I have some cousins that came down with me this year, somewhere around August, and their kids and then their grandkids, they consider themselves African Americans. They don't consider themselves Ghanaians, even though they have Ghana names. They have Ghana names as their last name because their great great grandfather was a Ghanaian with a Ghanaian name. But when you ask the kids, they will tell you they are from Ghana. Their great great grandfather was from Ghana, but they themselves, they've never been to Ghana before. They've
Right.
heard about Ghana, they've never been to Ghana, so they consider themselves African Americans. But I consider myself, my kids, right now as Ghanaians. But like I said, with time, 10, 15 years, if they don't come down here or they don't come and settle here, they will call themselves African Americans. So,
Right, right. Now, I'm pretty
yeah.
sure through the education system, you heard about the slave trade, and Ghana's real, real outwards about the slave trade. As far as your like family traditions, do you guys have any like stories of family members who actually been like captured or anything like that? As far as just your family.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know. I don't think this is over 400 years. So
Right,
there's no record. Yeah, no, there's no record of telling that my great 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 grandfather was taken to Europe or taken to North America. Unless, I don't think they had records at that time. Maybe the white people were recording stuff, but when it comes to the Ghanaian, what do you call it, government to keep records of all those who were sent there, I don't think there's a record for that
sorry.
400 years. Talking in Ghana or Africa about keeping those records for 400 years.
Okay.
I don't know.
So how did you learn about it? How did you learn about the ships and the boats? Like how did you learn about that?
The slave trade,
Yeah.
you mean, well, they taught that in school. They taught us in school how the white people came, and then there was the slavery, like taking some of our great great grandfathers, and then there were, yeah, up to now we have some of the buildings that the slave trade took place. That's why you have the castles.
Right.
When you go to the castles, they will show you where the white people will arrange for the slaves to be brought, and then they will bargain for the trade, for the price of the slave, because they were looking for the strong men who can go and then farm and do the dirty job for them. So they have all the castles are there to prove, to show that this is where the trading went on with the Portuguese, with the British,
Right.
and
Yeah,
then
we
with
we
the
we
Dutch.
familiar with it. Like most so-called African Americans, very familiar with the story because that's what they teach in school here, and that's what they teach, with their in the movies and stuff like that. So we very familiar with it. Um,
Yeah,
but
that's
I
true.
wanted to
That's
know,
true.
but I also wanted to know that are you familiar with the people that were here already in America that didn't come from Africa, who was like here thousands of years? Any education on that through education?
Well, yeah. Besides the slave trade, that's what we were taught in school. Besides, when they were taking the men and the women to what they
Right.
call Europe
So
or North
America,
America.
so America was empty, and then it had like some Native Americans on it, and then all the so-called black people came here from Africa only, and there were none here. That what you were taught?
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be difficult to prove. I don't have no idea what time the black people went to the United States, but what our government is doing right now this year is trying to bring the African American people that were taken there to come home and then familiarize themselves with the culture or with African countries, of how the white people were able to take our great 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 grandfathers or grandmothers to their country. So the government of Ghana this year, had an agenda of trying to bring the quality year of return. About 400 years that slave trade took place.
Right.
The government of Ghana has proposed this year. That's why this guy came here, Steve Harvey came here. Even Nancy Pelosi was here this year. A lot of African American people, Danny Glover and all those came here this year because the government of Ghana has declared it a year of return.
Right, right. I heard about that. Now, one thing I know about governments is that I know how governments works, and the people is not always on the same side as the government. I know most Americans believe that if they see a country and whatever the president says, whatever the president do, they think that whole entire country do, except when it comes to their country. So what I want to know is, I know how do the actual, how do you actually feel about that, and the Ghanaian people feel about that, honestly, about, I don't know if you guys would consider us foreigners or if you guys consider us just lost people returning, or I'm not exactly sure, but how does the people feel about it?
Well, I think the Ghanaian community embrace any black person that was taken from Africa. We consider all of us, not all of you, but all of us as brothers and sisters. So when you come down to Ghana, they will embrace you. They can tell right away when you come here in a foreigner. They can tell by the way you dress, the way you walk, the way you talk. They can tell even with your skin color. So
Completely different, right? We're like completely different than them. Is that what you're saying?
sorry.
Are you saying we're just completely different than them?
Yeah, like I said, the skin color and then
The
the way you walk, the
mentality.
way you talk, the way you dress, they can tell, they can figure out. Even me, when I came down first time, they know that I'm a Ghanaian, but they know that I don't live here. They can tell that you've been outside of the country for a little bit. Even though I speak the language, the Akan language, and I do everything like them. Your skin color and the way you talk, when you talk, your accent, they know that you speak the Ghana language all right, but still, there are certain words that when you pronounce it, they can tell that no, you've been away for a little bit. So when you guys, African Americans, come down to Ghana, we consider all of you as brothers and sisters. When they will embrace you, but where to put you exactly which tribe, that one is very difficult. It's going to be very difficult for them to tell because there's no record or trace to find out where exactly because the tribe they were taking, the white people were taking for all tribes. The
Right,
Akan
right.
tribe,
I got a
the
I got a
Northern
question.
tribe.
Now, how exactly do you do that? Like, how exactly do you guys welcome African Americans? What are some of the things that you literally do? Like, do you guys give them a name? Do they get like some roses, some bus tokens? Like, what do African Americans get when they go there?
Well, first of all, I think when they come, if they want to be official Ghanaians, you go to your tribe and then there are chiefs. There are chiefs that you can go and talk to them like, okay, I wasn't born here. I'm African American and I've come to settle or I've come to be a Ghanaian. The chiefs will embrace you and then they cannot, know exactly which tribe you're coming from. They can accept you and give you a name, the local name, so that you use that and that's what the people of the community will call you. But for them to know that, okay, you are from this tribe or from that tribe, it's going to be very difficult for them to trace because
Right.
you all look the same. You all look exactly the same. So
Right. So basically, they get like a hug and a name.
you get everything. You
Now,
get
now,
everything that you
now,
want.
but I gotta ask you this: what about Europeans? Can Europeans get the same thing? Is that possible that a European can go there and join a contribe? Can they do that?
It's free for everybody. Well, it's free for everybody. If you want to become a Ghanaian, you can go ahead and become it. But they don't stop anybody. If you're a white person and you want to come to Ghana and to be a Ghanaian, of course, they don't say, hey, you're a white man, so we don't want you. No, they embrace every human being on earth. If you
Right.
want to be a Ghanaian, let's go ahead and be a Ghanaian. They can give you a local name. If you go to some, you can't just come here and come to Ghana like, okay, you sleep in a hotel, and then you said, okay, I'm a Ghanaian. Who knows you?
Right, right.
You
So
know,
you
if,
right go to the
if you
locals.
want to become
Now,
a Ghanaian, if you want to become a Ghanaian, maybe you find some what do you call Akan tribe people or other tribes in the United States for them to guide you, for them to show you how to become a Ghanaian. You come down, they will take you to certain places, and then they can, school you or train you, how the tribe that you want to become. They can tell you their culture, their tradition,
right, they
what
can
they do.
teach you. Right
Yes.
now, let's do the same thing in reverse. Now, instead of going to Ghana, coming to America, what do you guys expect when you guys come here? Because we, sometimes, some of the African Americans or whatever, some of us feel like, when you guys come here, like you guys don't really, associate with us. But if we go there, we, we get. Yeah, sorry about the noise in the background, y'all. He's calling from Ghana, and we on WhatsApp app. And sorry about the noise. We have to try to bear through it. I tried a couple different things, and this was the. I was lucky I got this. Hello, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Hey, I was asking that.
Yeah.
Let's do it in reverse because we understand that when we go there, you guys give us a hug, and you guys brace anybody. You know what I'm saying? You guys brace everybody.
Yep.
Give them.
Embrace everybody in Ghana.
Right.
Yes.
And so when you guys come to America,
Mm-hmm.
we don't really do that. You know what I'm saying? And so I but some of us feel like, when you guys come here, some of us feel some well everybody, there's lots of different feelings, but one of the most common feelings is that people feel that they have to compete with you. So, and and do you guys feel that when you come here to America, do you guys feel that y'all have to compete with us, or do you guys feel like you guys go over there? How's the feeling from when you guys come to America?
Well, most unless those educated people that they come there through jobs, like maybe a doctor, and then you've been invited to come and work in a job housing hospital, or we all different types of people that come to United States. So, but the common idea that we have is most of us we come there to get get money, feel American dream, and at the same time help the people back home. Whereby your mom or your dad or your brother, your sister, they went to school, they don't have money to pay for their school fees, or when they get sick, they don't have money to go to the hospital. We come there, work hard to support our family back home. At the same time, we try to enjoy the American dream, whereby we can go to school, get a job, and then what do you call it, enjoy the American dream. So, when we come there, it depends on the community that you find yourself in, but we consider ourselves as we are all brothers. We are all from the same family, just that, different continents.
Right.
But when we see ourselves as black people,
Right.
Africans, we all think we're all the same. Just that
Now,
some people were born in a different country.
now
Yeah,
you've
but
been knowing you've been knowing me. You know what I'm saying? You've been knowing me because I know you one of my customers, and you've been knowing me for a while. And would you consider me the typical African American, or do you think I will be, different?
I don't want to sound say something that is all right.
Well, you just did, so you might as
So,
well. You just did, so you
yeah,
might.
so,
Now, you can
African
be honest. You
American.
you, you can be honest because I hear that from a lot of foreigners. When they come here to America and they meet me, and they say I'm different, and I used to get offended by it, but I mean I don't I don't
Well,
I don't see it, but
you
I
don't
guess.
have to because you grew up in a different environment. We grew up in a different environment, so it's not going to be the same. Like somebody from the south and somebody from the east, even though the same country, but you can see some a little bit that, oh, okay, this. this guy is from the south, or he's from the east, or he's from the west. So when we come to United States and see African Americans, we know that they grew up here, they grew up in a different environment, working for themselves to improve themselves, and at the same time mixing with a different culture or different group of people, which is the what they call it, the Caucasian people. Your type of upbringing is going to be different from here. We all black people.
So do you feel
Nah,
like do you feel like, because I heard this a lot from a lot of foreigners, they feel like we are like white people. They feel like, I don't know if it makes them trust us less. And I think that
I don't.
I think there might be a missed thing there, because a lot of foreigners I talk to, they say, African Americans don't have any culture, and their culture and white people culture are like the same. You know what I'm saying? And I used to get offended, but I couldn't have any. I didn't have too much to say about it, so I come to just, you know respect the opinion
Yeah,
versus.
yeah. Well, I can say, yes and no. Yes, in the sense that the environment that you grew up in, you went to school with white people. We did not. Back home, we did not went to school with all
Right,
black
we
people.
got taught by white people as
So,
well.
sorry?
I said we got taught by white people as well, so they teach us as well.
Exactly. 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 So, the culture there, of course, if that's what they are teaching you, even though they are not probably maybe telling you the right thing, that's what you know, that's what they are teaching you.
Yeah.
So you cannot develop or grow up by that culture that they teach you. So when they say that you're becoming like, a Caucasian, or you act like a Caucasian, well, I don't think you should be offended because of the culture that you're in, or the way you grew up, or the environment or the community that you grew up in. That's what has made you who you are right now. But if I'm African, that the culture or the environment that I grew up in, that's where I'm taught, and that's
Right.
what
Right.
yeah.
I got two more
So
questions.
when we come there, and then when we see you people, of course we know that, from 100 years you've been with them, and sometimes you behave or act like them, and I don't feel offended in the sense that that's how you grew up, that's the environment you grew up in, and
Yeah.
it's going to be very, very difficult to change, what you were taught from the beginning, how your parents or the white people or the Caucasians raise you, or the environment that you're in. The environment or the community is going to tell you who you are.
Right.
Imagine someone growing up in what they call it, somewhere. I don't mean to offend any people or anybody.
So
Somebody
it's
growing up
it's
in
okay
South
if they
Side.
get offended. If you get offended, that's their problem. We out here, like we ain't here to try to, be buddy buddy and make everybody love us. We gotta tell the truth. We here to tell the truth, whether it hurts.
Sometimes I understand where you're coming from. Some people don't want to hear the truth. They think you are insulting them, or you're looking down upon them. So I mean, it's life, and people have their own interpretation or their own opinion on how they see things. This is life. So but we, when, like I said, when we come there, even though we see, African Americans are like our own people, that's what we say all the time. But sometimes, the way the environment or the community that you guys grew up in is different from where we are bringing to the United
Right,
States.
right. But I do want to
So
let you know. I do want to let you know. Many of us, so-called African Americans, many of us been here for thousands of years. We go back. We have history here. We got monuments. We got skeletons, skulls, structures that goes back thousands of years. So many of us been here, and so we got writings, drawings on the walls. We got all types of stuff. But many of us don't
yeah,
know about it. They still think that they
yeah,
come from Africa because the story that was told. And so the next time you come to America and you see African American, you know, um, ask him what tribe he's from, and if he know his, because we had tribes over here too, and they got messed up as well. If he know, he would tell you. If he don't know, he would probably, he probably don't know. And so this awareness is kind of is spreading, that a lot more of us Americans, we are starting to go back in our history, and we starting to realize that when they came here, many of us was here already, and so we don't you know what I'm saying, some other people over there in the continent of Africa, some of them know, some of them familiar with it, some of them never heard it before, it's new to them, and
Yeah.
so I just want to educate you on that as well. And so if you do have some African American friends, you can ask them, what tribe they're from, and if they are aware of their Aboriginal information or their Indian heritage, they will be able to tell you what tribe they're from, and then you guys can bond from there. You know what I'm saying? You guys can bond from there.
I bond with anybody,
Yeah, I know, I
especially
know,
with
I
people
know.
from my own tribe.
Yeah.
So I'm talking from the 400 years that the slavery took place.
Right,
That's
right. It's
why I
definitely it's
planted that.
definitely something weird. It's definitely some weirdo stuff.
Beyond, yeah, beyond the 400 years, I have to do a research to find out, beyond the 400 years, what were we, black Americans, where were we? Were we in the United States before the white man got there? Were we in Europe before they got there, or they got there before we got there? I have to do a research on that. But
Yeah, you
I'm
can do
talking
it.
from the 100 years that the slavery took place, where they came down and then started, convincing and, you
Anybody?
know,
Hold on. Anybody want to throw some books out there so he can get started on his studies? Where AP? Let's see. Where AP at? AP the one with the books out there. Anybody want to throw some books in the chat room? You know what I'm saying? So he want to study some of the information where he can get started at, because most of us are started on our genealogy. But starting on books is going to be hard, because every book that supports it, there's another book that says it didn't happen. So anybody out there got some books they want to put out there? Anybody out there want to give him one of your tribe names or something, and he can, next time he come back to America or something. Um, but there's one more question I want to ask. It's kind of a weirdo question. But here in America, we have some Caucasian people, and they are cannibals. They eat other people. You see what I'm saying? And so they tell us about cannibals in Africa. And so we never seen that. We never really seen that before. But we hear like some stories and stuff like that, and some videos about like Liberia and stuff like that. Do you have any information or recommendation about cannibals in the continent?
well, like I said, I'm not that old enough, but we also had in school that we have some Africans that were eating Africans way back.
I'm talking
I
about
don't know
today.
what's
I'm talking about like modern, because they do it.
no. Today, not no. That's not like that. No, no, it's not. Whoever tells you that carnivals in Africa, yeah. Well, I've never been to other African countries, but as far as I know, I don't think there is any such situation or such behavior going on whereby Africans are eating other Africans.
Right, right,
In Ghana here, no. I
right,
can tell you
right, right,
100%.
right. I,
Perhaps if they do, I'm not sure. I don't know how far it's true. I don't believe it. But being a Ghanaian, I'm telling you 100%. I'm nothing like that is happening in Ghana. Whoever
okay,
tells you that, carnivals in Ghana right now, 21st century, is telling you a lie.
yeah, I asked him that question already. Feathers Aboriginal. You're gonna have to rewind it. I asked him that already. He said he has no personal questions about his family. He learned about the slave trade and stuff like that in school, just like the rest of us did. But we also have movies and stuff like that too. So, um, but but I know I'll talk to y'all in a minute. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Uh, I got to know eight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got to know eight. I'm gonna hook that up for you.
Okay.
And uh
Okay.
and yeah, I'm probably gonna send you the link, because I know y'all got YouTube there. And I've been checking the African out on the web. You guys are doing a lot more internet, a lot more internet,
Yep. Yep.
TikTok and stuff
Yep.
like that. I seen a lot. I've been keeping up some of the analytics over there as well. But
I hope you take advantage. This is a year of return whereby the African Americans that are coming down to Ghana or to any of the African countries, The government is trying to help them come down here, let them come down, teach them about culture and teach them how, the whole African slave trade or
Right, right, right,
how,
right, right. That's for
immigrate.
some. That's for some African Americans. You know what I'm saying? It's not for all, because like I said, you know what I'm saying, you know I when I go back in my family history, I haven't found any actual Africans yet, and who knows, maybe one might pop out, but I haven't seen any yet. And also, I also know that our people been here for thousands and thousands of years. So, me personally, I have no recollection of going to Africa like that. Because when I go to Africa, we gonna do business. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get us some water tanks. You know what I'm saying? Zimbabwe. Is y'all close by Zimbabwe? Y'all close to Zimbabwe?
No, no, Zimbabwe is way down south like South Africa. We
Yeah,
are in the
yeah.
west. We are in the Nigeria, Ivory Coast, what they call it, Nigeria, Ghana, Togo,
Yeah, I know Togo. Yep.
Guinea.
Yep. I
We are
know
in the
one person from
western side
there,
here.
but I want to, what I'm saying, I'm trying to strike a deal with Zimbabwe. Because Zimbabwe got a nice army there. They got, they got some things there I
Yeah,
am attracted to, and I definitely want to do
there-
business with them.
a lot of what do you call it, and also when you go down the south, the Namibians, the Zimbabweans, and South Africans, there are a lot of white people, Caucasians that live. They were born there. They settled like African Americans settled
Right.
in the U.S. After the
Oh,
Caucasian people settled in South Africa and Zimbabwe, and then Zambia and Namibia and Mauritius. You have some of the Caucasians living there permanently, like that's their home country. That's their
yeah, yeah,
country.
yeah. They trying to capitalize there, and yeah, they trying to go over there and conquer there on the low. But oh yeah, one more question about,
Okay.
what I'm saying, that, that something is very big in African American culture is the pyramids of Giza in
Egypt, the pyramid in Egypt.
Egypt. Yeah, these are very very huge, and this Egyptian culture is very very huge in the so-called African American culture. Now, you being a con, do you have any responsibility or any attachment to those, or how does that work? Like, because I'm not sure how African Americans attach themselves to Giza when they say they're West African. And so, can you help me to attach like your people to the pyramids? How does that work?
Yeah. Well, when you go to the north, we call them North Africans. They are mostly like I don't know whether they migrated from what do you call it from the Europe like Italy and then Spain. Because over there they're all light skinned people. The Egyptians, the Tunisians, the Algerians, they are all kind of like what do you
Invaders.
call Caucasian, but they're in the African continent. So they are way different from the we and the south and the east and the west. We are all dark people, brown people, black people, dark people. But when you go to the north, the Egypt where the pyramid took place, yeah, they are kind of like Caucasian people. And then
But
when you look in the Bible, Egypt is mentioned in the Bible. You have Ethiopia also mentioned in the Bible, and Iraq and Iran all in the Bible. But when you come down south, civilization started in what they call it in Egypt. So civilization in the world started in Africa. And then the white man will not tell you they think.
so
Hello?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
so
Yeah.
they tell you that. So what about the pyramids there? Do you I mean do are you familiar with the Egyptian culture? Do you know in Ghana is the Egyptian culture popular there?
No, no, not really, but we know about it. A friend of mine went there and they're talking about all these pyramids where they have the tombs that the great kings were buried in those tombs. But it's way, 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 way that it's like maybe from the east all the way to the south. So we are way different from what we call. If we were to be in West Africa, I know more about West African than the North American. The North Americans are kind of like slightly Caucasian people. I don't know how they came to this what they call it African continent, but those are separate and they're not closer to Italy, and France, Spain, and all
Somewhere,
those
huh?
what they call
Yeah,
it
yeah.
European countries. I don't know how they find themselves in an African continent. I have to do a research to find out how they got here. Libya too. Libya is in Africa, and the Libyans are kind of like light skinned,
Right.
close
Mixed
Caucasian people.
race, something like that. Mixed race people. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
little familiar with it. I just thought I might add that in there because that Egyptian culture is very popular in America. But
yeah. It is
I
because
never
it's
been to
way.
Africa, so I never really seen anybody in Africa rock. With Egypt, we know that really honored the
Yeah,
Egyptian culture,
yeah,
and so I was just
yeah.
trying to figure out
It's an Asian country. If you look in the Bible was written in thousands of
religion.
years. So
Okay.
that means that Egypt in the Bible means something the country that has been existed for so many years.
Okay.
So yeah, it's way different from we on the south. Beside Ethiopia and then Egypt that was mentioned in the Bible, I don't know any other African countries that is mentioned in the Bible unless maybe Iran and Iraq, it's in the Bible, but it's not. As a Christian, I'm talking from a Christian point of view.
You are a Christian,
So,
right? Like
I'm a Christian, yes.
so you
So
believe
those
in
who are,
Jesus? You believe in Jesus, Moses, the flood?
yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. So the Egyptians, it's way they are. I know their culture a little bit, all the tombs and all the what they call it, the pyramids that they've been building. Way years. King Tut was one of their great leaders that they have for thousands of years. They still have his bones and tomb and everything that people go there and look at it.
I heard
But
about it.
when you
Yeah,
come down south, yeah, King Tut. Yeah, but when you come down south, the east and the west and south of Africa, we kind of different from the people in the north.
one more question
Yes.
before we go. So what is if you had to say what is Ghana most famous for, or you guys most pride, product? What would it be?
Ghana, well, I don't, maybe our culture,
You remember? Well,
traditional
you
culture.
remember you remember when one day you was talking to me and you was telling me about diamonds and gold, and
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah,
explaining, yeah, I was explaining to you that in our computers, there's diamonds and gold and stuff in our
the
airplanes.
diamond, yes,
Yeah, and
yes,
I
yes,
was very shocked you didn't know that because they make you guys think that we just use them for jewelry and
yes, exactly, exactly,
not
exactly.
realizing that
Most,
we use that
I
for
did
our
not know.
electronics.
Yeah, I did not know until you opened my eyes to tell me what they use. Different kinds of ways they use the diamond for. Mostly here, the gold that you see here, you see all the gold chains and all the gold cards and gold rings and all that. That's what we know they are used for. We know they are used for a lot of stuff, but I don't know the extent of how much the gold can be used to develop a lot of, bake a lot of stuff. Even in cocoa, we grow cocoa here, but all we know is chocolate. All we know is chocolate that you use the cocoa for. But
Right, right, right. They probably got it in medical facilities. Uh,
yeah,
what they call it, Acme. Ain't no telling what they use it for. But whatever they say they use it for, chances are it's about 10 other things as well.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. And then we still have the diamonds and we still have the gold, but it's so unfortunate that have all this white people, technology that they've been using to extract the gold and the diamond, and they
Hmm.
have the upper hand, even though the country belongs to us, the gold belongs to us, the diamond belongs to us. We don't have the machine, the technology to get all this, what we call it, all this gold and diamond. So the white people are the
So,
ones that are mostly operating all these minerals.
so how would you
And they take
feel?
them.
How would you feel if African Americans came over there and kicked the Europeans out and started mining the gold. Would that be okay with you?
It will be okay with the country as long as they're going to use the money to do development and projects and enhance the education and the roads, the economy, and everything.
Why you think?
They will have to.
Why you think none of them have? On like a massive.
Well,
I'm pretty sure there's some people here and there, but like on a massive migration, why you think many of the people who believe they're from Africa? Why you think that they don't go there and do the things like that?
well, it's all about education, though. It's all about education,
Thank
trying
you.
to educate the people, maybe African Americans that, hey, you know what? Your great, 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 great grandfather's country, they have this, they have that. If you want to come there and then invest in African gold and African oil and African cocoa, you're 100% welcome. We think that the white people come, they help us, but mostly they give us a little bit and take the rest to their country because
Re-engineer.
they take.
They're known for
Yeah,
re-engineer. They're gonna take your cocoa, they're gonna re-engineer it, and it's gonna grow twice as fast. It's gonna grow twice as bigger, and next thing you know, they're gonna own all the cocoa in the country because it grows more faster and bigger. That's usually how
yeah.
they do it. But we can also do that too. You know.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, we I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but we will probably engage somebody that is our, in our own culture to try and help, we the black people to improve our lifestyle, to advance or to compete with the world nations, to compete in the world economy. We'll be happy to do that. But the thing is, I used to work with one guy, African American. He told me that he's not African and he will never be an African. So he's closed his mind for being an African. So there are some people out there that they close their mind and close their chapter. Like, you know what? I'm not going to that country. If I go there, I will die. If I go there, they will steal my money. If I go there, they will cut my hand. What they see on TV, what they see on documentary films and stuff, that's what they know. But if you come down and look at it, there are some beautiful cities in here in Africa. When you go to South Africa, you go to Ethiopia, beautiful cities, their downtowns are very beautiful. But most of the time, they won't show you that. They will show you the dirty place where kids have big stomach, no pants or no underwear, walking in the street and poo in here, peeing here. That's what most of the people see. So they consider. When I
Right,
came to the
right.
United
But
States,
see, one of the things that we try to promote is we try to promote, fix up America first because we have some places that need water. We have some places that that's in poverty as well. So when you come across most of us African Americans who what I'm saying who don't identify with Africa, we sort of we sort of understand that our priority lies in America and many of us don't have any documentation to say we're an African because that's what a lot of people are looking for. But some people they go to
yeah,
DNA tests and they say, "Oh, I'm an African because DNA." You know what I'm saying? But they don't. But they're not mathematical people. They don't really do math. So I'm saying so you can't really take them serious. And so we understand that we understand our priority is here in America, and we kind of feel like that if we get our stuff together, we feel like everybody else will follow us.
yeah. That's what the president and I think most of the African presidents or African countries where the slavery took place, they have set up this year to be a year of return where the Caucasians came and took our great 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 fathers. So they want not all, but majority of what they call the African Americans, wherever they are, to come home and come and experience or learn what went on during those 400, 500 years. To know that they came from somewhere. So if they want to come home and then come and want to be part of us, 100% we are willing to accept anybody that comes and be part of us. But the thing is, we have gold, we have diamonds, we have all the minerals, we have everything. But sometimes our leaders that lead us, to develop all these materials, all these minerals and gold and stuff to develop the country, they don't do that. they look for themselves. They get the money. They work with the Caucasian people, and then what? They have their bank accounts in foreign countries. They have their kids in the foreign countries, and instead of developing our own country, we look up to the white people and then let them dictate our lives for us. So that's why we see poverty in Africa that much, because if you go to Spain or if you go to Italy, they don't have gold, they don't have diamonds, but look at their country. It's well developed. So we that have all these minerals and all this cocoa and all those cotton and all those things, why can't we use the money to develop our own country? And the thing is, the white man comes down, work with our leaders and convince them or manipulate them or hypnotize them, whatever word you can use, to take our money and then go back to their country, develop their country with our own money. So unless we change our leadership, where the leaders will know that, hey, we have people that are struggling, we have our roads, we have the economy that is not moving up. What do we do as Africans, to help one another to develop our economy and to be a force to reckon with the international, world, the economy or whatever. But unfortunately, sometimes you see some of the African leaders taking all the money and then sending them to Swiss bank, putting them in foreign accounts while their citizens are suffering. So it's a combination of factors of all kinds of stuff that is going on, that we need leadership that will be, what do you call it, respect the citizenry, not just for themselves or their what do you call it, inner circle, but spread it all out for everybody to enjoy. But it's kind of unfortunate. You go to Nigeria, the corruption that is going on. You go to Senegal, and all our leaders are being corrupt, and the money that is meant for the country, they
They buying
use it for
phones.
themselves.
They buying phones. All them politicians in Africa got really good phones.
Yeah, they got the money too. They got
Yep.
the money, and then sometimes they get money for the foreign countries. They get money from IMF or World Bank, and they sort of
Good technology.
using the money to develop the roads. You know it's something that we ourselves need to change. We don't need the white people to come and tell us what to do. But that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Want
And
to
so
change.
this is some of the message that that we try to pump out, is that we need to get ourselves together here. Whether you're more Hebrew, whatever you is, if we get ourselves together here and our priority is here, you know what I'm saying? You can still have your culture, you can still have anything you want. Just get ourselves together here in America. You know, we can then take our strategies or whatever, and we can implement them anywhere in the world. You know, but
Anywhere in the world,
anywhere in
anywhere
the
in the
world.
world,
And
and
so
and
and
most
so,
most
but a lot of, but I
important.
think a lot of people don't get that concept. Is a lot of people, a lot of us have like a prison mentality. And so, some of us are not very friendly. We're not like approachable people. You know what I'm saying? But some of us is though. Some of us is, we happy,
Yes,
jolly,
I know, I
goofy.
know, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
I know. Some of you are willing to, And I know one guy, an African, a Ghanaian, not African, a Ghanaian, that his wife is African American. His wife is here in Ghana, working here, and the husband is in the United States.
right,
Can you believe that?
right,
That the
yeah,
woman that
yeah,
is in Ghana, but the husband is Ghanaian, went to school here, everything. He's in the United States because he doesn't trust the government. He doesn't trust what the government is doing. Don't feel safe. Don't feel what do you call it, happy with the economy, how the whole country is being run.
right,
Sometimes some of us can take it,
right,
but it takes time. But some of us sometimes want the right result. Rome was not built in a day. Baby steps to improve the country and to improve our lives. We don't want that. So, yeah, African Americans, you are welcome. And like I said, I was here, I think, 20 years ago that Bill Cosby came here. This guy in Chicago, what's his name? He's a Democratic guy. He ran a presidential bid before.
Barack Obama.
Yeah, but Obama was here, but this guy, he's a light-skinned guy from Chicago. He was one time a presidential candidate. I forget his name.
Jesse Jackson.
The light,
Louis
Jesse Jackson,
Farrakhan.
yes.
Something like
Yep,
that.
yep. Jesse Jackson was here. Joanna Warwick was here. I was here at that time when they came. I think
Did you
about
say?
2 years
Did you
ago.
say Dionne Warwick?
Yeah. What is his name? Joanna Warwick or whatever they say here.
The psychic.
With auntie or sister,
Miss
whatever.
Cleo with the gunner, y'all. But,
No, Chloe is, no, we don't want Chloe here. Chloe is Jamaican or whatever.
oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Miss Cleo. She like yeah. You say y'all don't want her there. That's crazy. Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah. So
But
nice talking to you. But anytime, call me anytime if you want a little bit, information about Ghana. I'll tell you what I know. I don't want to say something that is false.
no, it's all. We just want you to tell the truth, even if it hurts. That's all. We just want the truth to come out, and cause yeah. When you coming back to America anyway?
Next year.
Oh, next year. Oh, okay,
So
okay. So a couple months or something like that.
So
No, I know.
you want something from here?
I want some gold. Can I get a little chunk of gold or something? Shit. Shit. I guess shit. I take the diamonds over gold, but I settle for some silver.
Yeah. Well, those kind of stuff, they have a legal way of getting it. I don't know if you've watched what do you call it, the Senegal movie. What is it?
Yeah, the blood diamonds or whatever. I'll take some cocoa then. I'll take some
The
cocoa
blood
then.
diamond.
Yeah, I'll take some cocoa.
Cocoa, I can easily get it for you.
Yeah, I'll take.
Cocoa, I can easily
Yeah,
get
I
it.
hope it ain't nothing that's
Yeah.
gonna like get me high or nothing like a drug or nothing. Cause I might give it to my kids. Cause I know it's just regular like cocoa, right?
Yeah, regular cocoa. Yeah, regular cocoa. The thing
Okay,
is
okay, okay.
when they get it from the fruits or from the tree, they have to dry it. So they open it,
And it
they
just
dry the
grows in the
seeds.
streets. It just grows in the streets, or are we talking like a certain like a sacred park or something? Is it just walking people just
Yeah,
walking cocoa plants?
yeah. You can if I have a cocoa plantation, yeah, I can take you there. There are as many as you want. I can give it to you. But the thing is, you cannot take it dry and then send it to United States. You have to cut it. If you want it in a cocoa pod, we call it cocoa pod, POD. That's the whole cocoa itself. I can bring you a whole thing. But when I get it there to United States, you can just use it as a souvenir or
Okay.
a sample. But you can't do anything with it
Well,
because it
well,
will dry.
well. When
It
you
will
come back,
spoil.
to America, I'm gonna have a Minnesota. You know what that is?
Minnesota.
A Minnesota, Minnesota. A Minnesota, Minnesota. That's a
What's the difference?
that's a little can of pop. It's like a little can. It's real mini. It's from Minnesota.
Oh, okay. Never saw that.
It's like
I always
it's a
put my
small
left
it's
and
it's a
move to
small can of pop. We call it the Minnesota. It's I don't know. It's never mind. Never mind. It's okay.
Well, we get all kinds of soda here too, but it's all from the Caucasian people. So
Coke
Fanta,
and
Coke,
Pepsi.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
whatever. Yeah, we
Oh,
have our local ones
one
too.
more question. Is I want to know about like you guys got movie theaters, right?
For sure. Yep.
Okay, and then so I'm guessing you guys have Disney movies also.
Well, yeah, they try to patronize what is not with the technology whereby most of the homes have TVs and stuff. They watch just foreign, US movies and Hollywood and stuff. But we have our local, what do you call it, movies too that we watch. It's in our local language. Sometimes they caption it in English, but mostly, we have our local. We have movie theaters mostly. Sometimes they show Indian movies. They show American movies and all kinds of stuff. But
Okay.
now with the technology and the people traveling outside, getting all these cultures,
People got their phones now. They got their phones. They can, yeah. They got their phones. Okay. Yeah. So we gonna go ahead. Anybody got any questions? Anybody got any question? Now we got a real Akan. He's not an African American type Akan. He's a real one. He's in Ghana right now. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my clients, and I deal. We sell phone. I sell phones to him and stuff like that. So anybody got any questions before we head out? Oh, somebody got some. Not anybody got any questions before we head out? Oh, somebody just put him. Somebody put him in time. Okay, yeah. So I guess nobody got no questions, but yeah, it was nice talking to you as well. And I actually think, what I'm saying, I actually think, uh, African Americans or whatever, Africans should talk a little bit more. But you know, a lot of people really don't know our history here in America, and so sometimes when we try to tell it to other Americans, they don't even believe it. So, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't teach us our history. They taught us, you know, some type of mathematical, well, some type of story history, that goes along with their science and stuff like that. So it's a little cloudy. And but yeah, I just want everybody out there to know, if we get together, what I'm saying, get our stuff together here. That's our main priority. You know what I'm saying? Africa's, they got their problems as well. They're trying to get themselves together there as well. And a lot of people are looking to us to get our stuff together, because as you can see, we drive around in all these cars, we spending all this money. People looking at us like, man, when y'all going, what I'm saying? And also we can do the same back to other people too. So, but yeah, we probably have you back on the show when I get
It's all
some.
about education too. It's all about educating the young kids that are coming
Right.
about African culture, where they come from, and where if they want to go back home and then get some little history of where they've been or where they were before being what they are right now. It's all about education. Even though it's not being taught in schools, the parents can also teach their own kids.
Yeah, but our parents got taught by those schools too, so it's okay. We out here. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got any more questions? He's a regular guy. He's not a historian, and I'm a regular guy. I'm not a historian. So please don't hit us with no, historian questions that only like 5 people in the world are knowing shit. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got some legitimate questions, especially about building and production and things like that. Anybody? Nope. Nope. Okay, so yeah, I got you on the no 8. You know what I'm saying? We got a deal. And
So how? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, so I'm gonna call you back tomorrow on that. And
So where are you now?
I'm in
I
a new
can
shop.
read
I
my
just
wife.
got a new shop. I'll text you the address. I haven't set up there. I just got it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in
Okay.
the house
Okay.
cleaning up today, because I'm gonna be there cleaning up all weekend there. So I gotta
Okay.
clean up here today.
Okay. My wife is still there, so I can let him call you and then arrange where she can come in and get it for me. So
Yep.
I'll talk to her today, and then I will let her call you tomorrow.
All right.
And then you guys can arrange where she can come and pick it up.
All right. All right. All right. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. What is the memory of the phone? The memory size?
I think it's a 64.
Okay, good.
64. Yeah.
Good. All right.
All right.
All right. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Bye. Bye. Hold on. We need a break. Hold on.
Hi, my name is Lakeisha from the Lakeisha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the word LAKESHA and then search to install and download the Lakeisha Alert app to stay up to date on my new superior features. Subscribe to my YouTube page, opening up your app and clicking menu. Click on the About Us tab. Try to get familiar with my software, and also teach it to your loved ones. And get your household familiar with my information. It will be useful in the future. You're welcome in advance. Hi, my name is Lakeisha from the Lakeisha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the word LAKESHA and then search to install and download the Lakeisha Alert app to stay up to date on my new superior features. Subscribe to my YouTube page, opening up your app and clicking menu. Click on the About Us tab.
Testing. Let me see what we're about to do. Yeah, we're about to go in for a little bit, just for a couple minutes. But first off, we're gonna take like a little music break. Um, let me see what I got going on. So I got a video from I got a couple videos. Let me see where he at. Where you at? Little cuz? Um, from a little artist gonna be featured. I just a little artist. You'll see it. I didn't get it together, but this wasn't playing. While I'm here, I'm just gonna do my little thing. But shout out to Aboriginal TV. You know what I'm saying? I believe he had his twins today. You know what I'm saying? Aboriginal TV. I think he in the hospital, and he might even be watching. So shout out to the brother. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance to get the chat room because this was spontaneous. I actually wanted to go in on something else, but I wanted to do an interview with him on Tribe Up when we get Tribe Up together. But um, I was like, man, I might not even catch him. So I decided to do a spare the minute, spare the moment, and that's how we got it. So let me go ahead and give my shout outs. We got Aboriginal Think Tank. We got is it GT Girl? We got Aboriginal Power in the building. We got Chief Coco Mo in the building. The ancient one. We got Copper Girl Asia. Be busy, man. You ain't. I thought you got to work in the morning. Aboriginal Almer Indian. Ham P in the building. We also got that's me. We got Donnie Bailey in the building. Dominique Castro in the building. You're sure Akan in the building. Attentionist Copperman in the building. Feather Aboriginal 411 Lincoln. Executive section West Coast in the building. What's up? What's up? Okay, Mr. Two Spirits, you kind of got me. 10J. Mecano Two Spirits. We got executive section Mexico City Beast. Mexico in the building. What up? Timbuktu Papoose. Timbuktu of Papoose. Fury Taino, you going I'm gonna crack that code one day. You know what I'm saying? Of your first name. I'm gonna crack it one day. I ain't gonna do it right now. You know what I'm saying? Look like somebody got blocked. Aboriginal TV up in here. What up? The young Phenon up here. Just, you know what I'm saying? Got boy Mizak in the building. Uh, who else? Is that original? Let me see. What is that? Yeah, we up in here, man. Yeah, we finna get in for a couple minutes, man. Let me check out this video. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this video real quick. Um, together real quick, and then we can go in from there. Uh, hold on 1 second. Let me get the chat because I'm doing two things. Let me get my chat together. Um, who else we got up in there? Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let me get that. We got Turok, some shit, chops up. You know what I'm saying? Up in the building. We got Julie Curry in the building. Julie Curry been up for a while. You know what I'm saying? Indigenous Vibe. What's up, man? How you doing, man? Hope y'all enjoyed the little bill. You know what I'm saying? this is actually some of the stuff you respect. You actually expect some of the stuff from other people. But then we got Esther L. Curb. Okay, you cute me on that, but I got you. That's the best I can do. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and get into this real quick, and then I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Some stuff we gotta go in on, kind of talk about a little bit. Because I don't want I don't want people to think that I'm part of somebody's gang or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm out here for the people. Um, regardless. And if that, you know, if that's beneath your prison gang or whatever the fuck, then whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Um, but let me go ahead and get it. We're gonna get into a little music right here, y'all. I'm gonna introduce y'all to it. I'm gonna introduce you. Oh, let me see. First, I gotta find it first. Man, I had it queued up. You got Peppy G in the building. So yeah, we finna get ready, y'all. Give this little launch, do a lot of stuff, and we're gonna have to, step our game up, man. We're gonna have to step our game up bigger and better. Where the hell is this? Hold on one second. What? I can't believe I lost it. Excuse me, you guys. I'm looking for a music video that we shouldn't be getting flagged or anything on. Let me see. And I want to introduce y'all to. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get this. Man, what the hell? Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. Let me. This brother. So anyway, that was the interview. I call him Michael. No, it's a Akan name. But you can listen to the video, see what you get out of it. As you can see, they learned a lot of that stuff in school, just like we learned a lot of this stuff in school. You know what I'm saying? But it's not really about getting the narrative and getting your points. It's about it's about international alliances. It's about being able to being able to network outside of your network. You know what I'm saying? Being able to have more than what being able to know more, being able to do more than what people say you can do. You know what I mean? Something like that. But as we have to, America is our priority, you know, and it seems a lot of people that strikes fear into a lot of people because they can't imagine or they can't see they can't see you doing anything. So going to Africa or getting saved by Africa is more easy for a lot of people to swallow. Jesus coming and get you. You know what I'm saying? The aliens cracking the sky is actually more is more easier to swallow than uh actually getting yourself together here in America. Because what people consider getting yourself together, they consider like overthrowing the government and all this humongous ass shit. It's like, no, bro, like nobody's, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody finna be doing all that. But some people like to talk about that. It's like they still have this black power stench still on them, and and it's just switch aboriginal now. It's like, yeah, we finna bring down the system, and we finna kill the this and the that and it's like, no, bro, like you on your own, bro. Like I don't know nothing about that. You see what I'm saying? And so it's just about being independent. That's all. That's it. The goal is just to be independent, not to take the whole entire like government and like do some weirdo shit. Like get real. You know what I'm saying? You better off. You know what I'm saying? So people who speak that shit's spooky. And you know what I'm saying? It might sound good in an argument, like I can argue fucking Lex Vortex and I might win and shit. But at the end of the day, I ain't gonna do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. Or somebody can argue the shit out you on some shit and be like, oh, that shit makes sense. But who the fuck gonna do anything you said? Who the fuck gonna, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna do nothing, none of that shit. And so it's almost as feel like, we just come in an argumentative movement and shit. Like we just, but we're gonna go ahead. First video we're gonna see. Uh, I want to introduce y'all to my little cousin. You know what I'm saying? Jarrell Steele, and he's a little R&B singer. You know what I'm saying, from Chicago. He also grew up in Atlanta as well. So those of you who are you know what I'm saying, this is one of his older videos. I'm gonna show the video he just dropped a couple days ago. I'm gonna show that as well. But we're gonna go ahead and it's called Elephant in the Room. I'm gonna send y'all the link. Hold on one second. Hold on, this is not the right screen. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna send y'all the link, and y'all can definitely check it out. Those of you who are music producers, busy, be busy, do music, and all the music producers out there, holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? He's unsigned. You know what I'm saying? He's a young millennial. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he needs some little work and stuff like that, but I'm supporting him. It's my little nephew. You know what I'm saying? And he's an aboriginal just like me. You know what I'm saying? He's my little nephew. Um, me and his uh mom is cousins. So he is my little cousin, but I called him my little nephew because my son is older than him. Uh, hold on one second. We're gonna go ahead and drop this video, and shout out to him. It's called Jarrell Stone. It's called Elephant. Okay, so let's go.
And y'all mad, just admit it. But I've shown y'all nothing.
Oh shit. Oh, hello. My bad. My bad. You guys couldn't even hear nothing. So don't even worry about it. I'm gonna play it again. Shit. Hello. Testing. Can y'all hear me? Shit, something went wrong. Hold on. Something went wrong. I'm gonna have to stop out. Something went wrong. Elephant in the room. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna send y'all the link. You know what I'm saying? Go subscribe to my little cousin, man. You know what I'm saying? Support. You know what I'm saying? People say they want Aboriginal information. I'm gonna go ahead. Y'all want to hear? Okay, it seems like people want to hear it. Hold on one second. Let me fix my sound. Because it's coming in weird right now. So, actually, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go ahead and do some cleanup, and I'm gonna come back. And then, hello. Okay, there we go. Yeah, here we go. Y'all want to go ahead and hear? Hold on. Let me fix it up real quick, and I'll go do what I gotta do. Okay, hold on one second. So this is the old one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go subscribe to Young Brother. Those of you who are music producers out there, man, you got your next usher right here, man. My little cousin. You know what I'm saying? You can work with him. I call him my nephew, but technically he my second cousin. You know what I'm saying? Because he's actually younger than my son. So you know what I'm saying? So here we go. Elephant in the room. A lot of you might feel this too. He going in, young millennial. You know what I'm saying? Here it go.
I just love how y'all stop inviting me. I mean, I didn't wanna go, but I'd like some company. Y'all some hating ass niggas, I'm matching your energy. And y'all can chase paper, but paper be chasing me. I swear the money go where I go. A suburban boy from Chicago. I keep it classy and elegant. I've been too happy to address the elephant. Man, you so fake, should've known from scratch. Had a lot on my plate and still had your back. Man, I swear for God, I take it back. Man, I swear for God, I take it back. I gave nothing but love. All I wanted was the same in return. Tell me, what did I do to make y'all niggas feel so down and so hurt? Now y'all praying on my downfall. Damn, that shit feel awful. You used to prayers on my best, and now y'all wishing for the worst and never want to right, so you can just exit to the left. I'm doubted by many, I'm hated by plenty. I'm never too broke or rich to pick up a penny. I'm the something y'all missing, and y'all mad, just admit it. But I've shown y'all nothing but love, and somehow y'all tend to forget it. And I swear y'all just love trying me, losing patience. Y'all claim that y'all hate me, but then y'all be riding me. Switching lanes, man. Say the stories y'all selling, cause nobody buying them. Baby faking, that's why I play by myself, man. I put the I in team. I swear the money go where I go. A suburban boy from Chicago. Said I keep it classy and elegant. I've been too happy to address the elephant. Man, it was a shot through the heart. I play my role, but you never did play your part. I swear for God, that's how it starts. I see right now, that's how it starts. Said I'm doubted by many, I'm hated by plenty. I'm never too broke or rich to pick up a penny. I'm the something y'all missing, and y'all mad, just admit it. But I've shown y'all nothing but love, and somehow y'all tend to forget it. Praying on my downfall. Damn, that shit feel awful. You used to prayers on my bed, my bed. Now y'all wishing for the worst and never want to right there. So you can't just exit to the left, to the left, left. That I'm doubted by many, I'm hated by plenty. I'm never too broke or rich to pick up a penny. I'm the something y'all missing, and y'all mad, just admit it. But I've shown y'all nothing but love, and somehow y'all tend to forget it. Said I'm doubted by many, I'm doubted. I'm hated by plenty, said I'm hated. I'm never too broke or rich, I'm never to pick up a penny. I'm the something y'all missing, and y'all mad, just admit it. But I've shown y'all nothing but love, but somehow y'all tend to forget